Hi, I'm going to walk you through a few very basic things in Xero. Um, so when you log into Xero, you will see if you've hooked up the bank feed correctly. You'll notice this blue button that says reconcile 8 items. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And then we will see that the first item is actually a check. So I know who this is, it's the mortgage, so I'm going to start typing in the who. Every transaction needs a who. So I'm going to start typing Centennial Lending, and you'll see since I've done this before, it's already coming up. If this is a new vendor for you, you see at the bottom it says new contact. You're welcome to click on that and create a new contact. But for now, I'm just going to click on Centennial Lending. And I know that this transaction is the mortgage. So the what will be, I'm going to start typing and you'll see it will pull up anything that has those letters in it. So I'm going to say, yes, it's the mortgage. And then you'll notice in the middle that this OK button has popped up. So I'm going to click OK. Voila. The next check is the lawn person. And I know that it is Natasha. Now, you could always pause and go look that up if you don't know. And then this would be under repairs and maintenance, under the what. If you'd like to enter a description, I'm just going to put lawn care here. So it's that simple for checks. The next transaction is actually a PayPal transfer. So you'll notice that when we get into Xero and we're in the reconciling screen, it defaults to this button up here that's the create button. For a transfer, we're going to do things a little bit differently. So we're going to come over here to the transfer button and we are going to say, oh, no, this is actually not coming from the scholarship. This is coming from PayPal into our checking account. And then we're just going to hit OK. And that's how we would move the money. So for a deposit, now you'll notice that the who is filled in this section. For the deposit, this is more than one thing, right? And you'll notice that it will default to the what, which is unrestricted miscellaneous donations. There's actually some program income in here. So how do we split out a deposit? We're going to go over here where it says keep as 2 lines, or you'll notice down here it will say add details. Either one of those is fine. So keep as 2 lines, and then we will scroll down and you'll see the last time we entered a deposit, we had unrestricted miscellaneous donations and then program fees. So I'm looking at my deposit record here, so I know that it was $72 that came in from the cash bowl. And if you would like to put donation bowl here, you're welcome to. And then it was $100 in program fees, and this was for a level 1. So there is another section here on how to set up a class in here. This is where you would add a tracking detail. If you haven't already set up classes, you can actually go to the top of this and say add a new tracking option. But since we've already added level 1, we're going to click level 1. And you'll notice that there we go, that's the whole deposit. So now we're going to save, and if you had more, you would just keep adding lines. And if you need to add a new line, you can click on that. And then we would hit save transaction. And then you see, oh, it's actually here. Let me move my screen so you can see what's going on. You can go down here to reconcile, and that will actually reconcile that transaction. So that's how we do deposits. And then lastly, these two are utility bills. So you'll notice we've entered this vendor before, and so the bank feed is picking it up. So I just double check these. Yes, it is City Public Service. Yes, it is utilities, so all I'm going to do is hit OK. And this is for a second building, so I'm going to hit OK here as well. So that is a real basic overview of how to do the day-to-day.